Blue Sky's worst nightmare is here. The White House has joined Blue Sky officially. They're trolling Blue Sky. They're getting mass blocked. It's absolute chaos and a little bit funny. It's a little bit funny. We're going to look at the situation going on over there at Blue Sky. Now, there's been some controversy around Blue Sky lately. There's been a lot of controversy around Blue Sky lately. Most notably, just a week or two ago, the CEO of Blue Sky got in trouble for basically saying, hey, we think diverse opinions, quote unquote, should be allowed on the platform, that we believe in free speech, and we're not really here to police people's speech unless they're violating terms of service. And it became known as the waffle debacle. I did a whole video on that. You can go out and check the waffle debacle, but they started attacking the CEO of Blue Sky, and the next thing you know, here comes the White House. And they're trolling Blue Sky, and this is kind of funny. It's kind of funny because they thought they were getting away from Trump on Blue Sky, and it's not going very well for them. I think a lot of these people, though, are going to just leave and go someplace else. I don't know where they're going to go. Elon Musk owns Twitter. Trump is on Blue Sky. Somebody needs to do a wellness check on Mark Hamill. Maybe we'll check on Mark Hamill and see how he's doing. But anyway, let's talk about this. Before you get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, Geeky sitting this one out. She's out and about on Sunday. She usually is out and about on Sundays, so you're stuck with me. She'll be back later. White House invades Blue Sky to troll, predictably gets mass blocked, according to Gizmodo. The platform's immune system kicked in when a large number of accounts associated with Donald Trump sought attention there. No, they joined because they're official government accounts, and as long as they're not violating the terms of service, they should be allowed there. And that was the whole conversation, whole point Jay Graber was trying to make a couple of weeks ago, and it didn't go very well for her either. But, I have to wonder if she's like, you know what, Mr. Trump, come on over, because these people are ridiculous. And Blue Sky is the platform, remember, that was celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. They were actually creating hit lists of people they'd like to see killed next, and it was allowed briefly, and then they they tried to rein it in. But the problem with Blue Sky is they don't have the moderation tools, I think, that a lot of these other platforms have, because they're relatively new. But it has turned into Twitter 2017 all over again. I mean, it really is just a recreation of all that freaking drama that went down a couple of years ago. So this is kind of funny. This is, again, come from Gizmodo. Blue Sky is a social media platform loved by liberals, leftists, progressives, woke people, or whatever you want to call dislikers of Donald Trump. When a bunch of Donald Trump associated accounts started using Blue Sky ahead of this weekend in order to provoke a food fight, it is kind of funny. I mean, I gotta admit, it is kind of funny. Some were outraged or trolled back, but Blue Sky's robust blocking feature and cultural norms around ignoring right-wing trolls and harassers made their presence mostly a non-issue. Not really. They freak out whenever right-wing people are on the platform. They mass block them, and that's what happened here. They did this to JD Vance. They got him kicked off within, I think it was like 15 minutes. Now, do I think that the intention of the White House was to troll Blue Sky? Absolutely. They did not go over there to just, give people the news on what's going on in the world. It was to stick it to the libs, to own the libs, right? That's why they went over there. So yeah, if you're going to go over there and provoke shit, but it's funny to watch, because that is the one safe space they thought they had, was Blue Sky, and they don't even have that anymore. So, it's wild. On Friday afternoon, the Trump 2.0 White House account, White House 47 B-Sky Social, announced its momentous arrival by posting a vaguely triumphalist montage of clips that referenced a lot of inside jokes for Republicans that probably don't even register for outsiders, like one about Joe Biden's auto pen. To clarify, this was not meant to earnestly signal the opening of a channel for information exchange between citizens and the head of the U.S. federal government. The text of the post was a sarcastically cheerful provocation. What's up, Blue Sky? We thought you might have missed some of our greatest hits, so we put this together for you. Can't wait to spend more quality time together. Love us. Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, it's not going to help dialogue, but I don't think the people on Blue Sky are really interested in dialogue. Jay Graber tried to initiate dialogue about, how far we take censorship or moderation, and they ate her alive. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think people are really interested in the conversation. The replies from BlueSky. The BlueSky faithful include a whole lot of invocations of Trump's alleged connections to Epstein, references to the No Kings movement. Mostly, however, the account got blocked. According to the BlueSky block tracking site ClearSky, it's already the second most blocked account on BlueSky, just below JD Vance, who joined over the summer and has since secured a durable position atop the ranking. The White House's bid for attention was accompanied by similar introductory posts from Departments of State, Health, Human Services, Homeland Security, and Commerce, and the so-called Department of War. And many other cabinet departments and executive branch offices. Their posts and videos mostly greet the users of BlueSky and hint at future dialogue in the same sarcastic tone at the initial White House post. Are we basically turning the official federal BlueSky accounts into Wendy's on Twitter? Is that what we're gonna do? Is that where we're at? Like, we know we can't have a normal conversation with a lot of these people because they're very abnormal, which is why they fled to BlueSky, because they needed a safe space. So now you're just going to troll the shit out of them. Okay, then. These accounts show tens of thousands of blocks in the past 24 hours. As of this writing, more blockers than followers in most cases. Some, like the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, earn themselves follower counts under 1,000. Most have spent the weekend posting platitudes and receiving double-digit repost counts. Let's see what ClearSky has to say here. There we go. Dismiss. I'm not giving you money. Top 5 blocked. Okay, so this is Jesse Singal, who was the subject of the WAFFLES controversy I talked about, right? They want Jay Graber to block Jesse Singal. I guess. I keep calling it Jesse Singal. Jesse Singal. And hey, no, because they haven't really broken the terms of service. Just because you don't like them doesn't mean they can't be here. And Brianna Wu is one of the most blocked accounts on here. I wonder what would happen if we went on here, because we're not even that bad. The top 5 blockers. So wait a second. We have an account here. This is crazy. This is very much like Twitter. This Palomar has blocked over 3 million people, 3.5 million people. Untextured has dropped 2.5 million, or has blocked 2.5 million. God, this is insane. Is that what all these people do? So now in the last 24 hours, White House, 14,000 blocks. Let's see what totals, almost 100,000. 166, 84, 73. So yeah, all I'm getting from this is there's not a lot of people on BlueSky compared to X. That's what I'm getting from this. But yeah, what is this? Labeler information. Description. Okay. So yeah, so people are just, it is what it is. Let's take a look at the account in question here. The White House, what's up, BlueSky? We thought you might have missed some of our greatest hits, so we put this together for you. Can't wait to spend more quality time together. Love us. The people you don't like. All the people you don't like, all in one place. Let's see, we got the Epstein thing. We got the Clinton thing. This person here, you signed up to BlueSky just to get ratioed. Spend some quality time like Trump and Epstein spent together. Remember when you weren't allowed to talk about the Epstein files? Remember when that was a right-wing conspiracy theory? I'm old enough to remember that. And it wasn't that long ago. It's so weird. It's so weird to see these things get filtered through a political lens. Like if one side likes it and the other side doesn't like it, it's portrayed one way by the media, and as soon as there's a flip, then the media is like, well, we always liked this. We always liked the vaccine. I remember when there were a lot of people saying they were not going to take the vaccine because it was greenlit under Trump. It was Operation Warp Speed, and they kept saying they weren't going to take that vaccine because it was probably going to kill us all because there wasn't enough testing. And then as soon as the White House, the Biden administration pushed it, they're like, well, it's the greatest thing ever, guys. Yeah, Trump's the one who greenlit that, by the way. It's so wild to see. And I remember Epstein. That was like, you were not allowed to talk about Epstein. The media would not talk about Epstein because there were supposedly a lot of Hollywood celebrities on that list. But now that Trump's potentially on that list or where the hell's going on with it. And he was buddies with them there for a while. Now all of a sudden it's fair game. So weird. I can't wait for Trump to be reunited with Jeff. Well, that is a threat. You're dangerous and violent like 98% of the cowards here. Trump is ill, only a matter of time with his age and health. What will you do without your false god? They'll move on to another one to replace him. Plenty of twats to pick from the cabinet. Oh my God. So some people, what is this? We are Charlie Kirk. Oh my God, guys. Yeah, we know you guys envision your enemies as long defeated racist organizations. That's how you justify it. We'd be good if we murdered them. What? And again, furry avatar, 16 followers. I'm a fox who makes art. Look, these are all the people that are a pain in the ass on Twitter, or were a pain in the ass on Twitter. Well, they still are a pain in the ass on Twitter because they're all coming out of the woodwork now to call people that have been with Dungeons and Dragons and comics and stuff for decades. They're calling them tourists now. It's the weirdest damn thing. It's like the dinner bell rang and here comes a chum bucket and they smell. Yeah, it's so weird. I voted to see the Epstein files. Oh my God. I'm a progressive, always have been, always will be. I don't give a good GD who's on the list. That list needs to see the light of day. Well, just a year ago, we weren't allowed to talk about it. Is that what we're talking about? Is the Epstein card? Trump prepares for meeting with Putin. Oh, come on. Let's see. Is there anything on here that's just like, this administration will do anything but fixing grocery prices and releasing the Epstein files? It's all Epstein. Imagine hating immigrants more than pedos. Suck dick bitch. Okay. Perhaps you anti-American Putin, Trump, GOP, 2025 fascists should resign, Save Democracy says. Just imagine what could happen if millions and millions more Americans than Trump radicalized with fascist fear, hate, lies, and January 6th all decided to remove the fascist lying traitor. We, the people's democracy, will defeat fascism. Well, will you? I don't know. It seems to be like some of these people are perpetuating fascism with a lot of thou shalt nots. I got to go. Is Portland burning? No. See real-time Portland cameras, pulse point incidents, and secured fact checks. Is Portland burning? Is that a site? Is this hold on. This is an actual site? Is portlandburning.com. These are live cameras. The Portland Frog. That's a whole thing, right? There we go. So is Portland burning? Currently not. All right. So let's go check on Mark Hamill. I got to check on Mark Hamill because Mark Hamill is probably either ignoring this completely or just not having a very good day. No King's Day. Let's see. There's so many great signs. It's hard to pick a favorite. So of course he's there, along with, man, there's a lot. Where is this at? This is at, what is this? Portland, LA? It's gotta be somewhere metropolitan. Mark Hamill, no kings except Stephen. You like Stephen King now? I thought they were fighting. King Donald I. Tomorrow's No King's Day. Exclusive first look at the flag. Wait, they have a flag for No King's Day now? I wasn't even paying attention. I live in the middle of nowhere. Well, not really. We live outside Pittsburgh, but I did not see the festivities like other people saw the festivities. Respect to those who got here first. Indigenous Day. He's not posting as much as he used to. That's interesting. So there we go. Well, it's not going very well though. I think they're probably just going to ignore them until they go away. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. So look, I don't know how much longer BlueSky has realistically. We've been covering it for a while, but the fact that they're turning on the CEO now tells me that people are probably like, yeah, we're going to have to move on to something else. And it's the same group of people. I keep telling people this. They started out on LiveJournal, they moved on to Tumblr, then they moved on to Twitter. And every time they don't get their way, they move on to another platform and they kind of just shit it up. And then they leave when, again, things don't go their own way, or they're like, you know what, we're going to start moderating more fairly now. And they don't like that. And they really, truly thought that BlueSky was their safe space. And it was the anti-Trump platform, and now they're letting Trump and Vance and the whole crew on, and that illusion has been shattered. Guess what? This is a company backed by venture capital. Eventually, they're going to have to pay some bills. They're going to have to pay the people that paid them. They're going to do what they have to do to try to attract a larger audience. I don't think it's going to happen because I can't see conservatives going to BlueSky. They've already got X. They're not going to go to BlueSky. And then all the people on BlueSky are going to leave too, and the whole thing is going to implode. And do we need BlueSky? There are so many other social media platforms out there that do the same damn thing and do it better and actually have a much larger user base, right? Like Threads, which people forgot about, but a lot of people are using it apparently. Threads is already part of Instagram. There are already more users on Threads than there are on BlueSky, and it's about as balanced as your Instagram feed's going to be or your Facebook is going to be, right? And you've got Facebook and you've got X if you want it, and a lot of people are checking out from this kind of social media anyway because it's so toxic. I don't know. Good luck with all that. I am going to grab a big bucket of popcorn, though. I'm going to keep an eye on how things are going to go because I think it's kind of funny. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later. For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.